at what point do you decide to teach course management? Or
Or, yeah.
take two.
Take two.
All right, welcome to another episode of Beyond the Lesson T with June, myself, Adam. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about course management and when June thinks it's the right time, or if she teaches course management to students, to anybody who wants help. So, welcome, June, to your own blog. Oh, Armani.
Oh, and it's Armani and Jay.
Yep, Armani and Jay are with us. So, when you're teaching your students, when do you decide to teach course management, or do you teach your students course management, during the lessons and things like that? What is your process to it?
That's a good question because I get a lot of people asking me that. And a lot of times I get it in the early stages of teaching, and it could be the first day that I've ever met somebody. They go, I want course management. But I like to always work on and help people with things that you can really work on and control. And course management, you can only control it so much.
Right.
It's kind of like score. It's the side effect of doing the right things, hitting the right shots, and hitting it solid. So ultimately, my goal as an instructor is to first get you to hit the ball on the center of the club face. Because when you do that, you have better results, and it's consistent results and accurate distance. So course management, if I were to take someone to the course and we plan out the strategy of that hole, but you can't hit the center of the club face, it's hitting it on the toe or hitting on the heel, or your divot pattern or the way that you bottom out on the shot is heavy or you hit it thin, and the accuracy of the shot and distance is whatever, right? And so if I take them out on the course and I go, okay, I want you to hit your drive on the right side of the fairway because it's dog leg left. But if you can't get anywhere near there where I'm telling you to go, it really doesn't matter.
Right.
And then if we're at 150 yards out and I tell you, okay, it's uphill, so you're going to want more club. It's against the wind, let's add another extra club. But you can't hit that club solid and you come up really short, or it goes off to the right or left, then it really doesn't matter where I tell you to go.
Right. Most definitely.
Yeah, so for people who do not hit it in the center, you got to first learn to hit the center and then learn course management along the way. But actually, it's pretty easy if you think about it. When you look at the fairway and your goal is to stay on the fairway,
Pretty simple.
And so I encourage people to, whatever level you are, let's say you're not consistent, you should learn to hit and strive to learn to hit the center of the club face with the right proper fundamentals. And while you're on that path, just look at the course and just aim towards the widest part of the fairway and the widest part of the green. And if you can't get there and there's trouble, lay up, hit a club that you're comfortable with.
And you have videos in your membership that cover more course management and get into detail once you've established that.
When it comes to course management, play the club that you're most comfortable with and also the shot that you're most comfortable with. For example, there's hazard all along the left side of this hole, and let's say you're really new at this game and all you can do is hit a pitch shot and you're confident with that. Why not lay up just right there with your pitch shot and then try to go over the hazard that way? In those membership videos, there are course management information, but I always, within those videos, encourage people to go back and watch the setup videos, the grip, the alignment,
The fundamentals.
the fundamentals. And that's why those videos are there, because a lot of times we look at YouTube videos and watch one type of video lesson and then watch another one. You're watching different videos that don't match.
Right.
So these videos, they all match. The grip matches the setup.
Right.
The backswing matches the downswing. And then over time, you can apply that and use it in course management.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So we do have a surprise question.
It really is. All these are surprise questions.
You always hear the saying, drive for show, putt for dough. And I grew up hearing that myself, and I'm sure you did, and those that are watching this. But it was until I met you that it made more sense what you've always said.
Yeah.
And that is,
I always say, because people always say, you've got to putt well so that you can score well. If you can't putt, then you can't score. So they even start beginners off putting, and then they make them focus on that. I always say you got to keep your drives on the fairway.
or in bounds.
In bounds. I mean, it is so important. That's just as important as the short game.
Yeah.
And so in the end, I look at the game as an overall game. Everything's important, but you got to get your drives in play. And then to shoot low, you've got to learn to hit it far.
Right.
Because when you get distance, it's such an advantage. I mean, it's better hitting a 9-iron instead of a 7-iron. It's better hitting a 7-iron instead of a 4-iron. Or, and it's just shorter clubs are a lot easier to get closer to the target.
Right. Most definitely.
And so it's funny because I kind of help, especially beginners, get through the conventional wisdom that people share.
Right.
And I say, you're going to hear this all the time. Like, you got to learn how to putt. Why haven't you learned how to putt from your, instructor by now?
Right.
And they always say, you know what? I got to get to the green first.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's for beginners also. Why would that be fun if you just learn how to putt? You got to get to the green. And so when I know that they're ready to learn how to putt is when they go, okay, I got to the green in 2 on a par 4. What do I do now? I mean, that's when you have the space to even learn it, because you don't want to learn everything all at once anyway. But all along, as we learn the one swing, they realize, wow, they've been learning putting all along. It's part of their takeaway.
Yeah.
And they've been learning chip shot all along. It's their takeaway. And
Right.
and the pitch shot is their half swing. So that part becomes very quick, and the momentum of their game just accelerates. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
That's a good question.
Yeah. The surprise just kind of came up to me while we were
Yeah.
talking. All right. Well, that's it for this episode of Beyond the Lesson Tee with June. So stay tuned. There'll be other episodes in the future.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh.